Sometimes customers will report that the chain wheel is skipping and jumping pockets when deploying or recovering ground tackle. So why is chain skipping out of the pockets of a horizontal windlass? It's most common for this report to be based on horizontal windlasses. It rarely occurs that we're jumping and skipping pockets on a vertical, simply because of the amount of pockets that are making proper engagement with the chain. That doesn't really happen. On horizontal windlasses, chain can jump and skip because of lead angle issues. If the ground tackle is coming in from above the windlass and it's not coming in uphill or parallel to the waterline, that will cause it to skip and jump. However, another reason that chain can skip and jump is that it's a mismatch between the type of chain that's being run and the type of Gypsy that is installed on the winch. In the windlass community, we operate, three different types of chain, but really primarily two. And most folks are running high test. There's proof coil, there's BBB, known as Triple B, and there's G43 High Test. High test is the most commonly used chain in our industry because of its strength characteristics. High test chain is in some cases twice the strength of Triple B or grade 30 proof coil. But the link sizes, the lengths, we call them the pitch, the inside link length of, say, 3/8 inch chain varies. If we have a mismatch and say the chain wheel is 3/8 Triple B, but we're running 3/8 high test, the high test links are a little bit longer. As a result, they don't seat properly in the link pockets of the chain wheel, and it's going to cause either jumping and skipping or chain jamming. So we must have a proper match between the chain and the chain wheel. It's very common for chain wheels to be cast, embossed with a code, or maybe it even says 5/16 HT or 3/8 BBB, and it's printed, it's cast right into the metal, or it's a cross-referenced code. But we can usually identify what size and type of chain is supposed to be used in a Gypsy based on manufacturer and based on the codes and the stampings in the link pockets. Chain is expensive, and components for windlasses purchased individually are expensive. So sometimes we have to determine, if we have a mismatch, whether we're going to replace the chain or we're going to replace the Gypsy. Gypsies will wear over time. The shoulders that form the link pockets will often soften, and that can be another reason for chain possibly jumping and skipping. If a chain wheel wears to the point where that's occurring, replacement Gypsies, chain wheels are available. We simply need to know the characteristics of the chain so that we properly match the chain with the chain Gypsy. The critical measurements for chain are the thickness or rod thickness of the chain, the pitch, the inside link length. That has to be measured with a caliper. It can't do it with a tape measure. And then we like to get both the inside and the outside link width measurements, because European chain is measured one way and Imperial US chain is measured another way. So caliper is very helpful when defining what the chain is, so we don't have a mismatch of chain and chain Gypsy.